We all grew up on Jay-Z, right?
Nah. I'm from Cali. I definitely listen to Jay-Z, but not
I
like that.
mean, okay.
I didn't grow up
Well,
on him, big.
all right. Well, anyway, you know about the Jay-Z Dame Dash beef that's been going
Yeah,
on
yeah.
pretty much for all right. So
No,
looks
I
like they
don't.
are
Enlighten me.
you Joash, come on, bro. Yes, you do. Everybody knows that Jay-Z and Dame Dash have been beefing forever over Rockefeller and all this. It's an ego thing, but
Money.
that's what it is. Anyway, they're looking to squash the beef. It seems like Jay-Z gave his flowers to Dame Dash at this award ceremony, and or it wasn't an award ceremony. It was actually he was inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And shout out Dame Dash. Dame Dash responded, was like, let's like take the lawyers out of it, all that. Let's squash it. So the question came into my head. This is my question to y'all. Do y'all think it's easier for men to squash beef between like other men, or do you think it's easier for women to do it? And if one is easier than the other, what makes it easier than the other? Question makes sense? Do I need to rephrase it?
Nah, it makes sense.
All right, good.
Simple question. I feel like it is just as hard, no matter the situation, because if both people are put in the same situation, they have the same circumstances, so similar, if not the same outcomes are possible. But what is more likely is that men will squash the beef because I feel like men are a little bit more objective, and to a certain extent, we're willing to like essentially stick to the point, like get to the point. What is the point here? We have an issue, whether, like for example, this the beef. They know what the issue is. The issue is they fighting over Rockefeller and all that extra stuff. They like, yo, this is the problem. All right, so what are we gonna do to fix it? All right, this is what we're gonna do to fix it. Nobody's gonna. I feel like if this was women, to a certain extent, not all women are the same, but there are a good percentage of women who would have probably, even when they went to go meet up to squash the beef, would start talking ill about family. They would start talking about a whole bunch of stuff, just being a little bit passive aggressive and all that extra thing, and it wouldn't get resolved. Don't get me wrong, there are.
Why would you say that is though? So why do they resort to that? Like it seems like you're saying what you had said was that men are more objective when it comes to that type of stuff. So what is making the woman want to, go outside of the actual situation itself?
Because when I feel like women are insecure and threatened, they tend to respond with violence. And usually, I mean, men, we understand the threat of physical violence. That's why usually most men don't necessarily like talk crazy, because we understand that if at the end of the day it hits the fan, like we have to throw the hands. And some people hands work a little bit better than others. So in order to save face, most people will just either talk a talk or they'll bring some type of weapon, or they'll just like watch their mouth. But with women, they don't necessarily understand that, and so they'll either usually they don't usually respond with physicality, but they'll respond with like verbal violence. Like they'll start talking crazy. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of men have had instances where they might have gotten their woman, their girl, their mom, some form of female in their life upset. And instead of like responding or like, trying to diffuse the situation, the girl will go for blood and bring up an instance, a circumstance in which you were vulnerable or you did something that you're not proud of. And the only reason for that is to hurt you, to inflict pain, to make you feel as bad as she does at that current moment. She might regret it later, but at the end of the day, she said what she said. And I feel like that's what a lot of women do. They will tend to go for blood, and they will tend to use anything, any ammo that they can to essentially inflict harm, usually verbal. And so when women hear this, they like, oh, that's weird. That's how you feel. that's how you always felt. Say less. So I feel like the issue will kind of just never end, or like it will go on, and they will just like not ever salvage said friendship because yeah, things happen sometimes. I don't think I've ever heard of like, well, I've heard of it a couple of times, but not very often do I hear of women who actually like go through things and recover from friendships. So life.
Yeah.
All right, Jamal, how you feel about that?
Nah, I agree. I mean, men, hey, we are definitely more logical and we just be kind of chilling. Like for the most part, I feel like when it comes to like forgiveness and stuff, it more depends on like the person and the circumstance. Because definitely with men, when it comes to things, it's like if it's like a one time incident, for example, like say like he like f my girl or like did some shady, you know what I mean? Like just did something shady. It's like that's something that can be forgiven, right? And most men will actually forgive, like you know,
No,
like
I can't forgive you for that one. No, I'm not gonna lie.
what? Oh wow, nah, no, I swear, bro. Like I literally seen people like just fist fight, like straight up brawl, and then be like, all right, good stuff, bro, dap up, like literally,
I
you know.
mean, if we do that, then yeah, nah, beef
And
is
it's like, yo, all
fine.
right, you got it, you
Yeah,
got it. You know, I mean, it's like we cool. Like we can, I mean, we could fight and be cool afterwards. Uh, but I feel like if you're like as a guy, if you're like actually like that's like your actual characteristics, like you're known to just be like doing slime stuff all the time. It's not necessarily that we won't forgive you, but we just won't move with you. You know what I mean? Like we're not gonna really message you on that type of time. And like we'll still like dap you up, be like, yo, what's up? Whatever. But we're not gonna really try to go out of our way to do extra things for you because it's like we just know how you move, you know, you move funny. And it's not too many people like that. It's not too many people like that. So for the most part, I say that men do forgive and, you know, reconcile more than women. Because women be holding grudges. Like I swear they like for themselves, for other men, it don't matter. Like you mess up one time and I'm done with you, like type of thing, like forever. Like one, I've seen girls literally like be like, I will never, ever, ever talk to that girl again because she da 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 da, right? And it's like some from middle school, some from high school. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, like what are y'all even talking
Yeah,
about? You know,
something
it's like, yeah, like just like stupid stuff. But it's like
small.
they really hold on to it. Like, man, we go about our day, we keep going forward. Like we don't.
And I've heard multiple stories like that.
Yeah, I
That's
hear it all the time. They be like, I'm like, yo, I'm like, wait, why you act like that towards her? She did it in middle school, huh? I'm like, bro, I don't know, bro. It's kind of weird to me because I can't think of nobody from middle school that I hate or that I'm like, nah, like I'll never talk to that person again. Like as far as like men, because it's like we was kids, like it ain't nothing. Like you know what I mean? Like over time, like we think more objectively, like okay, like we can get past it. But I think women,
so would y'all say like their emotional nature is what's kind of aiding that, like that you know they're not really willing to forgive because they remember how they felt in that moment or whatever, and they just get stuck to that.
yeah,
That
for sure.
yeah, I can agree with that. Most memories that we have are attached to emotions or how things made us feel at the time. So the fact that women are more expressive with their emotions and more yeah, vulnerable with their emotions, I feel like that kind of, allows them to remember and hold on to things a little more because they always tap back into that rage, that anger, or
Yeah,
whatever emotions that they felt at the time. And they're just like, oh, wait, nah, screw this hoe. I'm never forgiving this dumb broad, blah, blah, blah. You get the point.
yeah, they're very in tune with their feelings, and I think that's like, I think yeah, it's just their nature, you know. But both sides have the capacity to forgive. I'm not saying they can't, but I'm just saying the majority don't. They tend not to because it's like they don't even see any benefits towards it anyways. They're just like they can because they in their mind they can live their entire life without that person. You know what I mean? And it's like it's whatever, you know. That person's gone out. I mean, but like with us, it's like we're not gonna really like hold it. I don't know. I can speak for everybody, but a majority of men do not hold grudges like that. Like I literally had people hit me up on Facebook, like, "Yo, my bad for the way I treated you in high school." So I'm like, "Yo, my guy, I wasn't even thinking about that, but for sure. I mean, for sure, like you know what I mean? Like it's cool. Like, I'm not like, oh, you don't hit me up that or you're blocked. Like no, I'm just like, damn, bro. Like that man came around, you know. God bless, you know what I mean? But women would be like, don't even, that are like, they'll have that person blocked. So there's not even really a chance for them to even reconcile, you know what I mean? They wouldn't even have that person, you know what I mean? Like women will like do things to like 100% get them out of mind. So I don't know. I think it is like, because their natural inclination towards feelings and like what Joe said, like them really like being in tune with their feelings. So like when those situations come back in their mind, they can also feel that like deep hatred and that deep, you know what I mean? Just that deep grudge. And it's like, That's tough.